This is Laura DeFranco, holistic physical therapist and owner of Brave Healer Productions. I'm excited to bring you my new holistic healing series where you're going to learn from the experts what it means to live fiercely alive, mind, body, and soul. I invite you now to take a breath, relax, and feel the vibe of the words my guest has to share with you today. Hey everybody, welcome. Today on the Brave Healing Podcast, I have the one and only Anna Pereira, founder of the Wellness Universe, who is going to help me with the mission I have here at Brave Healer Productions to change the world one brave word at a time. Anna Pereira is a wife, advocate, and inspirational leader whose mission it is to make the world a better place. She brings together wellness professionals, content, events, and resources for personal and professional transformation via her Wellness Universe, a one-stop shop for all things wellness. And it's thewellnessuniverse.com, you guys. I'm going to hook you up in the show notes with all of that. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you, Laura. It's such a pleasure to be here. I adore you, love you, and I've been just enjoying the journey of working with you. Thank you.
Well, so along with all of those things I mentioned that you do and bring together, what you're bringing together this year is your very first book, The Wellness Universe Guide to Complete Self-Care, 25 Tools for Stress Relief. And you guys, I'm totally thrilled to announce that Brave Healer Productions will be your publisher. Yay! I'm so excited.
We are too.
We have a lot to talk about in terms of that book, but what I want the viewers to understand is like, how'd you get started with the Wellness Universe?
Well, of course, this could be a very long-winded story, so I'm just going to keep it really brief. I was blessed with the vision in 2013, and I received the calling that a place needed to be created for world changers. So in 2014, we started the community. 2015, we launched the very first version of the site. And we basically brought together healers from around the world, doctors, therapists, coaches, people that are making the world a better place for not only, and this was also, I was very inspired to create this for these purposes, for each other to collaborate, co-create, have community, because we need support amongst ourselves, as well as be the resource for those seeking wellness and well-being and transformation from people who are there for them, real people.
Well, you provide, I don't know, like so many kinds of different opportunities. I'm saying, I don't know, because I'm like sitting here trying to think of the list. And you're constantly offering different ways for wellness professionals to both get together and connect in community and get the support they need, but also grow their businesses. So talk to me about some of those opportunities.
Sure. So one of my most favorite things, because I've been a serial entrepreneur all my life with rooted in a creative or a heart-based type of space. I've been a designer. I've had my own clothing line. So it's always very service-based or heart-based businesses. So to create the space and the opportunities for heart-based business or service providers, which we are as healers or as guides and coaches, it's much different than being an entrepreneur creating a widget and selling a widget, or, investing in real estate and flipping, real estate. It's much different. So I like to provide the types of opportunities through the Wellness Universe that actually allow them to have exposure, allow them to get their message out, allow them to connect with other wellness providers so they can go off and create workshops or conferences or summits or books together or businesses together. We've had members create businesses together. So all in all, we have ways to distribute the content. We have ways to distribute the message and the person, what they're physically doing in the world. And also, we do retreat. We have a retreat, soul treat retreat. That's a physical thing that everybody can attend and enjoy for a few days. So there's many ways that we allow people to get their message out into the world, the world to understand what true healing is and be led down a path of, well, how do I actually deal with chronic pain that's in a non-medical way? So there's just so many ways between, we have over 30,000 pages of content, on our site. So you're part of this, hefty site, but it's through content that's on a platform, it's through in-person stuff, and it's through teachings and classes that we have and collaborations. And when we come together, either via Zoom or, meetups. So there's so many different ways that we network powerfully, as well as distribute through our channels and to our audience, the messages and everything that people want the world to know about what they do in order to serve.
Well, the energy of collaboration is real, isn't it? I've been a member for some time now, and as well as a regular blogger for the Wellness Universe, a class instructor on your Learn It Live platform. For me, membership has meant the growth of my business, period. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you for continuing to find creative ways to help me build my platform and get the exposure and the publicity that I need to really, make that ripple a reality for me and my mission. And that I'm telling you guys, the energy of collaboration versus competition. Like if you're a healer, you're typically on board with that already, but some of us did not learn that way. We learned that to do it right, we had to do it all by ourselves and blah, 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 blah. So when you shift over into this different kind of collaborative energy and you get involved in a community like Anna's, it's a game changer, right?
Yes, we need to stand shoulder to shoulder, Laura, and we're seeing this now more than ever, especially through this pandemic, in when we're physically being isolated. Now it's like our personal lives, you know what I mean? So we really have to understand whatever happens to us personally really transcends into professional, our professional lives and our professional success. So now we know how much we need each other personally through what we're experiencing right now. This is what we need professionally as well.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. And hence the part of the title of the book, 25 Tools for Stress Relief. I'm chuckling because, we all had stress before COVID and we had our lives and we had our challenges and then this, right? And all of a sudden, people who were handling overwhelm weren't handling it so well anymore, just new kinds of challenges and big ones. So let's talk about this amazing book. We brought 25 of your wellness practitioners together to write both a story and share a tool for stress relief. This is something everyone needs so badly right now. Talk to me about this project a little bit.
Laura, I'm so excited for this project because I've never felt like this, this unfolding of everything, the culmination of everything that's been created through the Wellness Universe and through meeting all of us, all of the world changers that are part of the Wellness Universe, to actually culminate into something that, it's a central thing that's gonna be a legacy and a reference. When you came to me and said, hey, how about we do this book collaboration? I said, you know what? In 6 years, several people have approached me to do a book. And typically it's like my book. I'm like, I'm not ready. I don't want to do that. When you came to me, and also because of my experience with you, I know you're a hard worker. I know you're a tough cookie. I know you get stuff done. And I know you have a very high level of, what you expect from people. I said, yep, perfect, bingo. And it came together so effortlessly. And this is also what I want to share with any other person who's in practice. Things should be a little bit effortless, from the beginning. If it's tough from the beginning, it's going to be tougher as you go. So because you face challenges as things unfold. But anyway, that's a little side tip. But
I think that's a blog I'll have to write. Thank you for that idea.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So when you came to me and I said, what do we need now more than ever? What's global? What transcends age, race, whatever? Stress. Right now, stress is the biggest thing. I said, we are going to give the world tools to deal with stress. And there's billions of them. I mean, there's billions, and depending on where in the world you live and what you have available to you. I mean, you go listen to a babbling brook. there's all different ways to deal with stress. So coming together with you and coming together with 25 of the most powerful, influential healers and coaches and doctors and guides that have contributed to this book, I feel it's going to make such a difference in the world. And it doesn't matter if you're a guy, a girl, old, young, black, white, I don't care. There is something in this book that's going to change life for the individual reading it, because it's just so diverse. We get to learn the healers and the guides that are part of this, who have authored these amazing, brilliant chapters. We get to learn where they have been. And by understanding their journey and relating to what they've been through, it makes it so much more real to implement their tool. Because if that works for them, it's probably going to work for me if it resonates. And I can't thank you enough for being the creative powerhouse that you are, to have, done several books like this before, and now to allow us this blessing to bring the Wellness Universe members to collaborate on stress relief tools, because I think it's going to be one of the greatest gifts that the Wellness Universe gives the world, to be honest.
It's just going to be freaking incredible, you guys. Yes, it really is. The caliber of practitioner and person and passion and tools that you guys are about to read. And, coming up, you will get to meet the authors. I'll be having some group author interviews for you guys to enjoy, and you can learn about them. We're going to launch that book coming up in November 11th, 11/11, for all of our angel number lovers. We had to pick that date, right? Why not?
Of course.
So I think like I do, that the entrepreneurial journey is for warriors. It takes a fierce practice of awareness and positivity and strategy to run a business, especially right now. So many people have had to pivot, and they just got the world turned upside down on them. So what's something that you would tell a fellow business owner who might be struggling right now?
Well, Laura, I'm so passionate about this. This is literally was one of the foundational inspirations for creating the Wellness Universe, is to help people who are changing the world with the tools and the resources to help boost them. So this is literally why I live, because the mission of the Wellness Universe is to create world peace. How do we create world peace? It's through helping others to heal. How do we help others to heal? Making available the tools for healing, getting the resources out there, educating, making the awareness be known to people, allowing people to know that they can be vulnerable and they can ask for help, and they can come to a place for help, and to these amazing people and these world changers. Right now, as we all struggle, everyone, and now we're getting to know, hey, we're not invincible. Hey, we're real people, even us, who are the healers, who are the coaches, who are the guides, who are the teachers. We're getting to understand that real life is real life, and what happens in the home will transcend everything else and will impact everything else. So as you mentioned, you really have to be resilient. You have to be a bit of a tough cookie in a certain way, but you have to be, and this is the most important thing, you have to be really in tune with who you are, your message, and what you want to do. So your why is very important, because you're always going to keep shifting. If you're in business and you approach it as a business and you're peddling something, you're always going to come across from that space, and you'll never stand behind the voice that you're projecting, the message, unless you really are in tune with what your message is, what your service is, your why. And I think that this has given a lot of time to people at this time, while we're in isolation, while we have had separation, to really say, and I know a lot of people are doing this, really, what's my path? Why am I here? What am I doing? Oh my gosh, how am I going to make this business work? Well, it works together. It's not like business and making money and then finding your path and your authenticity. That's together. So you really need to come to that. And getting more granular. I was having a conversation with the wonderful Elizabeth Kipp today, and she was telling me how even when she was building her website, she was looking at her site and she wanted it to feel good to someone when they visit. She wants it to already emanate the fact that you're relieving stress just by visiting her website. These facets beyond now getting in tune with your message will help you make better decisions as a business owner for those types of things. She's thinking about her customer experience. She's not just thinking about what she could provide somebody. She's thinking about her customer experience, her client experience, which is very important. So these are all facets of how we as service providers in the wellness industry can be better, do better, and, grow our business. We have to really be in tune with who we are, really be focused on our why, and really understand what we're delivering and how it affects the client, and be focused on the client and not just what we're giving, because that's, again, from the sales-based perspective. We're a service-based person. We're a service-based business. So it's what's in it for them. So these are like my general tips.
Yeah, good ones, really good ones. I especially heard know what you want. And I think, as you know, when you start out on the entrepreneurial journey, you think you know what you want, and then you really figure it out eventually. So, just spending some time thinking about that is a really good thing. Awesome tips, all of those. So, I rarely meet people who work as hard as I do to make the vision a reality. When I met you and this collaboration idea came about, I was so excited because I knew that the two energies together would just create something totally amazing. But for me, I got to watch it because it's not all grind and hustle. It's a lot of self-care. It's mostly the mindset that we had to make, not just a practice, but I'll say a discipline to allow us to do what we do every single day. Talk to me about that and your own mental self-care routine, if you will.
Absolutely. Laura, I think that as leaders, one of the biggest stressors, I would say, is our ability to believe in ourselves and make decisions and stand behind those decisions and move forward in faith that we've made a great decision, or a good decision, or at least a productive decision. And I think that the mindset around that is the mindset, and the actions around those things help me to stay healthy in my mind. And I think a couple of the things that help me to stay in a positive mindset is, number one, knowing that I have help around me, knowing that I have people around me that love me and support me, and I can go to them and I can trust in them. So you have to have those people around you too. So to help with that mindset, to be there. So that's really important, especially as a business owner, you have to have the people around you. But keeping that positive mindset is really difficult because things shift very quickly when you're a business owner, especially environment of what's going on around you. Maybe your website went down. Maybe you're dealing with a client. Maybe, you're dealing with the finances of the business. There's a myriad of things. So making sure that my head is good is one of the most important things. So knowing that people around me that can help me is the number one thing, because obviously we talked about community before. This, again, it's the same thing. Knowing that you have people around you that love and support you, that you can go to them for anything, being vulnerable, knowing that you don't know it all, asking the questions, getting the support from people that you trust. And then there's other physical things that I can do to, clear my mind, go outside, get some sunshine, go for a brisk walk, go out and spend some time with a friend, have a coffee, or a drink. I think that keeping a positive mindset, or at least a mindset that you allow yourself to make mistakes, you allow yourself to know that you might not be right all the time, you give yourself the vulnerability to make decisions in the best interest for the highest good, will keep your mind healthy. And I think that those are the most important things that I can say for daily self-care, as well as, of course, doing my prayers, doing my affirmations, doing a little meditation, taking some time to breathe, things like that.
Time to breathe is always good.
Yeah.
The deep breath. Yes, we can all take one. So you actually just hinted a little bit about it now, but what are some of the things, you love to do so much you lose track of time? What do you do for pure pleasure?
Well, I am a creative person at heart, so anything that allows me to express myself artistically, I love to do. I love to, I still dabble in doing some uh, custom T-shirts and clothing. I do hand screen printing and I do painting, and so all of that stuff. And also, just again, I just love going to the park, sitting outside and sitting by some water, or going to the beach and just staring at the water and listening to the waves crash. It does so much for my soul.
I hear you. I feel you with the nature connection. I believe we'll have at least one author talking about that in the stress relief book as well. Anna, thank you so much for what you're doing in the world and for being here to share it with us today. You guys, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say thank you, Laura, because, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been inspired to do what I do for the wellness universe, because everyone knows, in other words, I do allow myself, if people do want to connect to me as a coach, but I do not promote it. And I really don't want to do it, because I serve a greater good and a bigger community. But if it wasn't for all of the amazing members of the wellness universe, I wouldn't be inspired, and this wouldn't be my mission. So thank you for doing what you do.
Well, remember, everybody, that submitting a chapter and being part of the book project was a benefit of membership. And I know you guys listening are interested at this point. So I'm going to hook you down, down in the show notes with a link where you can read about what it means to be a member of the Wellness Universe and all of the different benefits that Anna talked about today and that I talked about, and especially this book project, because there's going to be maybe not just this one book, right? Yeah.
Nope. It's definitely not the end.
Yeah. So you guys are going to have some pretty cool opportunities moving forward. And I'm going to just repeat myself one more time. The opportunities to teach on the Learn It Live platform, that was a really big one for me. Thank you for that. The opportunities to blog, you guys, regularly having your words and your message out there on the Wellness Universe platform. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So anyone listening who's interested, scroll on down and click on the link, and you can read about more than what I just talked about. So you guys, lastly today, I want you to remember that you were born so you're worthy. Your message matters. What if the thing you're still a little afraid to share is exactly the thing someone needs to hear to change or even save their life? It's time to be brave, you guys. See you next time.